Giant brick pyramids? Glass pillars? A house generated when you start a game? Welcome to Rediscovering Minecraft. Today we will see 7 structures that were generated in Minecraft in ancient versions that will surprise you. Let's get started with InDev House. When we created a world in InDev in early 2010, we spawned inside a small house in the center of the world. I remind you that worlds were still small and finite. The house was made of moss stone, and at the time it was the only source of this block. And it had 4 chests inside, one full of TNT, another with all types of blocks, another with items, and another with every color of wool. Later, these chests were removed and the house was changed. Now it was made of wood and cobblestone. As you can see, the structure was 7 blocks long and wide and 4 blocks high, and had a 2 blocks entrance on the front, but it didn't have a door. After InDev, it was removed. This right here is a brick pyramid. It was added in InDev in 2010, when worlds were already infinite. Since there were no biomes yet, it could be generated anywhere, but it was rare to see. Some players uploaded videos on YouTube when they found one of these pyramids. As you can see, they were extremely huge. They were 64 blocks long and wide and 32 blocks high. In the inside, they were completely filled with more blocks. They didn't have secret rooms or anything. Also, it was always generated on top of a dirt and stone layer. They were removed shortly after, and later, desert pyramids were added instead. Another structure that was added in InDev is the Obsidian Wall. This wall was 2 blocks high and was placed above the surface, along X and Z horizontal axis, on the 0 coordinate. So in the middle of the map, both block lines crossed, and then they continued to the infinity. We don't really know why this was added. Perhaps it was a way to follow the coordinates or something like that. Or maybe they were trying to make obsidian useful for more than just decoration. In later versions, the obsidian wall was removed, and obsidian began to be used to create nether portals. Let's see another InDev structure, the Monoliths. Monoliths were glitched areas of terrain caused by an error in the purling noise generator. We will talk about that purling noise in an upcoming episode. Those errors made the terrain to generate up to the height limit, which was 128. Also, water was generated at sea level below. Monoliths could also generate a lot lower than they should. They even looked like a corrupt chunk. As I've said, this was a bug which was fixed later in alpha. Then we have the crystal pillars, which were added in Beta 1.9 pre-release 3 at the end of 2011. The game at this point was a few weeks away from being officially released with 1.0, and the last thing they had added before that was the end and the strongholds with the portals to the end. But they still hadn't thought of a method to find these portals in survival. So in this version they came up with a huge glass pillar that showed us where it was. But only a week later, in pre-release 4, they added the Eyes of Ender to find the portals, so these crystal pillars were completely removed. These trees here were generated in some snapshots, but they can no longer spawn in Minecraft. When they added the new 1.7 biomes back in 2013, and they had to add new trees for savanna and roofed forest, they were originally made of jungle wood for savanna and spruce wood for roofed forest, and both had oak leaves. But later, the new acacia and dark oak woods and leaves were added, and that is why these trees are no longer generated. Finally, we have the villages before 1.14, the Village and Pillage update. The villages that were generated in previous versions would also become part of these deleted Minecraft structures. Also, in 1.10, they had an important update. The roads changed gravel for grass paths. So this is everything. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel because I will upload many more episodes. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you for being there, and I'll see you in the next video.